can see that you've all done very good on your avatars. So you've obviously found the avatar. The avatar. They are very basic, these avatars, and there is a bit of a trend to have these sort of cartoony style things, which a lot of people really hate. But I think that the more advanced the platform, the more elaborate the avatars become. Like I say, you can have very. I like seeing the avatars changing as you're as you're changing it. Look at this. Oh, I like those glasses. They're great. I'm coming in close. And I particularly like your beard as well. So yeah, there's different avatars, different platforms. Mathilde, can you think of other things to? Oh, sound is quite important, isn't it, Mathilde?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's 3D sound in there. If you get further away, you hear less. If you get closer, you hear like. If you get closer to a person, you can hear them louder.
Oh wow!
Do you want me to demonstrate?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going over here, and my voice should get lower as I walk over here. So if I was having a conversation over here, it's obviously it feels spatial, and hopefully we haven't actually tried having multiple conversations in the same space yet, but I think we'll give that a go. I think we kind of launched straight into all that business, but I think it'd be nice to hear who we all are. So I'm UAL Emerging Technologies Manager.
Cool. Where are you mainly based? Like which of the 6 colleges?
My role is within Camberwell, Chelsea, Wimbledon. So okay. I'm based at Camberwell.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can go next. I'm Ashwini. Nice to meet you all. This is a very interesting way of meeting people. I go to LCF, so I do BA Fashion Design and Development.
There's definitely a lot of interest in digital fashion and
yeah. I mean, Ashwini, you're already doing quite a bit of that, like, not?
Yeah, that's something I'm quite interested in. I've been doing I've been doing a little bit of everything, to be honest. So I wouldn't say I'm an expert at anything within digital, but I've been doing some like digital fashion design on things like Flow 3D and Marvelous Designer, a little bit of like Spark AR and things like that, a little bit of Blender, a little bit of kind of everything. But just yeah, I'm interested in all of this stuff, so I thought I'd come along and just meet you guys and see what this is about.
Right, I'm pleased you did. So yeah, so one of the ideas for this project is that we sort of break off into sort of interest groups. So you know, digital fashion potentially could be one of those interest groups that we break off into.
Okay. Shall I go next?
Yes, please, Lynette.
Hi, so I'm Lynette Kamala, Associate Lecturer on the Performance Design and Practice Programme based at Central St Martin's, and I'm also artist and sometimes DJ. So I've been just exploring virtual reality, mainly with like Tilt Brush, and starting to try to get a bit more into the music side as well. So I'm very keen to explore DJing, virtual DJing. So do that in the real world. I run a sound system at Notting Hill Carnival. So
cool.
Which we took online this year, as everyone probably knows. So yes, I'm really keen to explore that side of things and my own creative practice.
So Lynette, do you know about Sensor? I went to an event there recently and it was brilliant. Loved it. And yeah, live music, DJs. People dancing, it's really cool. It's so cool, and I'm really desperate to do an event, so I'll be up for that.
Okay, well, great.
Does Leah want to go next?
Hey, yeah, I'm at Chelsea doing fine art. I've been playing around a lot on Blender and previously did quite a few things with like Arduino and stuff. Looking into building virtual realities and doing animation. I'm into making music as well and graphing that with the objects in Blender. Does that make sense?
Definitely,
yeah. Physics things like alternative like game physics I'm really interested in. the digital collective, I think I'll be looking at kind of weird game physics and illusions.
Cool. Sounds great. And also, you were involved in towards the end of well, just before the lockdown, and a few months before that, you were involved in exploring virtual reality as a sort of drawing, a sort of art studio.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I don't mind going next.
Yes, please, Matilda.
So I'm Matilde. I'm returning from last year because I really enjoyed it. So I was here, last year at DMC, and I've just graduated CSM in women's wear, and yeah, that's me.
Great. And you were quite well. The same with Leo. You know, you were quite involved, weren't you, in the Tate Exchange? And so we did an event. I don't know whether Lynette, Ashwini know that we did the event in Tate Exchange just before lockdown.
I don't.
So the Digital Maker Collective, basically one of the things it's a informal network. It's not funded in any way. It's mainly UAL, primarily UAL staff, students, and alumni, and it's about exploring immersion technology. So it's having the freedom without any constraints of any particular agenda for the whoever's in the collective. It kind of reinvents itself each year. This is a new reinvention this year, doing this, and yeah, it just kind of works. I don't know how, but it does. And sometimes, you just have to sort of set up these opportunities to have sort of discussions about shared interest, and then get the right people together to push things forward and make things happen. So that's so one of the objectives or incentives is that we are the Digital Maker Collective is an associate of the Tate Exchange, and for the last 4 years we've done events in Tate Modern. So that's one of the motivations, not the only motivation. So we do other events. So and I think part of this immersive group that we form will be about doing events, not specifically for Tate, but it'll be doing our own events. So if it's a music event, we'll do a music event, and we'll bring our own creative spin to that.
Oh, lovely. That sounds great. I mean, I don't know how relevant it is, but I'm an Indian classical dancer, so I'm very interested in dance and virtual reality and that sort of stuff as well. So, I mean, at some point, if that can get integrated as well, it would be something interesting to look at.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So cool.
That would be so cool. Every time everyone says something, I just think of so many things we can be doing, and also just reflecting on the current. I think part of the motivation for doing this is that we need more creatives, and we need more sort of diverse perspectives in this, in the whole digital sphere anyway. But in the immersive web world, just as a simple thing like in that Sansar thing where you've got automated dances, so you can just tick a dance. Be great to introduce new dancers into that.
Oh, for sure.
So they're like animations almost that you can sort of trigger. But obviously, when you're in VR, you can physically move and dance as well. So that's another thing. So you can have trackers on you, so you can actually track your body. So when you're so you're sort of moving naturally as well, which is good. So
exciting. I'm interested in that too.
Yeah, exactly. So and all the technologies is advancing really quite quick as well, isn't it? So on that note, I was thinking maybe I could jump into VR.
Or maybe we can call these guys over. Hi, we're sharing a screen over there. You can have like a screen in the space if you want to come that way. Follow my avatar. That big logo over there is going to turn into a screen share.
All right, I was looking at the donuts. Sorry.
Wonder donut.
Right.
Okay. So you should be able to see me
Yep.
in all my glory.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the Oculus Quest. Has anyone got an Oculus Quest?
I've got access to one.
Okay, good.
On loan.
On loan, yeah. So as Matilda was saying, you know, I think if we can seek funding and we can try and get some sort of Oculus Quest headsets, I think that would be a good thing to do. But in the meantime, I think we just need to get our hands on as many of these as possible from wherever we can get hold of them. Using the Oculus browser to enter the space. So just click connect. You'll see me arrive in a minute, Glenn. So can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So the awkward thing about the Oculus Quest is that it's really difficult to turn around. Yay! So the experience in the Oculus in VR is obviously a lot different from. You're probably getting a lot of feedback from the other computer. So sorry about that. So I won't stay in VR for very long. But the experience in VR is a lot different from obviously the 2D, because I actually physically feel like I'm in the room with you now. And you
And
have
you've got
different
hands.
functionality. Yeah. So it's a bit more, it feels a bit more natural. The resolution's not fantastic.
Cool.
You can come in using like Oculus Rift S, which is connected to the computer via the Firefox browser, and the resolution's really quite high. And also, because there's lots of stuff in here, like I've added, like images and videos and stuff like that, that's something you have to be mindful of whenever you're creating any sort of immersive spaces, is just to make sure that it's not overloaded with too much content to make the experience laggy for the people that are using stuff like this. Right. That's I'm just going to get out of this and go back into the PC because it's a lot easier to manage. Okay. Okay. Back in PC view now. There's a bit of a mess there. So that's what happens when you're.
Chris, what happens to your body? Does it just stay there?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's because I've just put the Oculus down. And, I'll just put it on the side, and you just basically collapse. So if you ever see anyone like
It's like
that,
a funeral.
yeah, if you ever see anyone like that, they've just either gone off to get a cup of tea or something like that.
Feels a bit like a virtual funeral.
Yeah. Poor Chris VR. Okay, and then the other thing you can do is share your screen as well. So obviously at the moment, you'll see when we hop into the other space, you'll have full editing rights. So you'll be able to do the shared screen, you'll be able to add stuff into it. Obviously for this space, we'll introduce people that can sort of edit the space, or if we've got a presenter, then they need editing rights in order to share their screen or their camera or whatever. Yeah, does that make sense?